Hello, welcome to my channel. Okay, in this video I'll be sharing with you the things that I did that made my pregnancy journey a smooth one. Yes, I'm so happy to share it with you, and I promise you that if you imbibe by it, you will testify. The first thing that helped me to have a smooth labor and a smooth pregnancy journey, it's exercise. Yes, exercise generally is good for the whole body well-being, but when it comes to pregnancy, it's very essential. Though I was exercising before I took in, but immediately I noticed pregnancy, I took it very serious. No day passes without me doing one exercise or the other. Though the exercises I did in my first semester is different from that of the second semester, it's also different from that of the third trimester. Please, before you go into any of the exercises that I'm about to list, make sure you consult your doctor or your gynae to make sure that it's fit for you. And if you have any underlying sickness, please don't just jump into the exercise because Tina told you to be exercising. Make sure it's okay and it suits you and your baby, because the goal is for you and your baby to be okay. That is for the general well-being of you and that of your baby. Okay, in the first trimester, I was skipping, I was doing breathing in and out, taking a walk. I was also doing cat bending. Then in the second trimester, I started squatting. I made sure that I squat for up to 30 to 50 times in a day. As the pregnancy age increases, I increased my squatting. I doubled it. I made sure I squat in the morning and in the night. Then towards the last trimester, which is close to delivery, I increased the squatting. I was climbing hills, climbing stairs, jumping up and down, taking a walk, dancing. I didn't even know that it was helping me because I was just doing it for fun in order to keep my soul and my body together, but not knowing that I was building myself, I was building my body, I was preparing my cervix, my whole body, my heart for labor. It may interest you to know that on the day of labor, my contraction wasn't painful as everybody used to say that it's painful, that there is nothing that can be compared to it. These are what I did that made it to be so. The second thing I did was I made sure I included a balanced diet in my meals. I make sure that each meal that I take is balanced, no matter how small. There is a difference between eating plenty and eating healthy. So I make sure that any food that I eat must contain all the 6 classes of food, even at a minimal range. Also, no day passes by without me taking fruits and vegetables, at least 1 fruit per day. Yes, cravings may come, but I tried as much as I could to curtail my cravings, because I know that I'm helping myself with it. I reduced eating junks. The next thing is sleep and relaxation. I don't joke with my sleep, let alone when pregnancy is involved. I slept a whole lot during my preggy days. But sometimes I get worried about the fetus, how the fetus is faring, whether the fetus is breathing, whether the fetus is moving. Yes, but do you know what I used to console myself? I always tell myself, Tina, you are not the one that put the baby there, so why worry? Allow the person that put the baby in there to do his job, and I won't worry any longer. If I don't feel like sleeping, I relax. I relax by watching television, reading books, even praying. The next thing is choosing happiness. I prioritize my happiness. I place it first, and I try as much as I could to avoid anything that will trigger my anger. The next thing I do to make myself happy whenever I'm sad or whenever I'm moody is dancing. Dancing has a way of elevating me. I danced a lot. I avoid conversations that make me to panic or make me to fear about labor. If I'm in the midst of any conversation and they are talking negative about labor, about pregnancy, I exempt myself by leaving immediately, because I wouldn't want anything to put me in a state of fear. I also involve some recreational activities which make me happy. You mustn't do the exact ones I did, but you know what makes you happy. Please stick to it, because you wouldn't want to suffer high blood pressure in pregnancy. It's very deadly, and it can lead to the death of the baby, even put the mother at a very high risk. Some of the recreational activities I indulge in include going out, hanging out with friends, sightseeing, even window shopping. I may enter a mall and walk around. Not that I have money in my pocket, but walk around, see things, take pictures, and that's all. So try as much as you can to make yourself happy. Your happiness doesn't necessarily need to come from anybody. It comes from you. Choose what makes you happy. The next thing I didn't joke with during my preggy days is taking water. I took water like a whole lot, and I don't joke with taking water. Water is very essential in pregnancy, because the amniotic fluid that the baby thrives in is water. So the baby needs water to survive, and the baby can't get that water all by himself or herself, but through us. So I make it a point of duty, and I mapped out a particular quantity of water that I will finish in a day, and I went by it. It worked for me. I also make sure that I carry water anywhere I go. It's not for fancy. I make sure that I drink it, and keeping my water always close to me, and it helped out. And whenever I don't feel like taking water, I take juice too. Natural fruit juice. The next thing that made my pregnancy a smooth one was prayers. Yes, I don't joke with prayers. I believe in prayers, and I believe there is God that answers prayers. I beckon on Him whenever I feel like giving up, whenever I the going isn't going. I go to him, I complain to him about virtually everything, and he always come through for me. There are two biblical verses that I always turn to whenever I feel like giving up or whenever the going isn't going. One is that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And the second is, fear not. I always call myself by my name and I will say, Tina, fear not, for the Lord is with you. The next thing is malaria. Avoiding malaria. Malaria poses a great threat to pregnancy. It can even lead to the death of the baby. It causes anemia, giving birth to a very low weight baby. I guess you don't want that for your baby. So I tried as much as I could to avoid malaria, to avoid exposing myself to the causative organism of malaria, which is mosquito. How did I achieve that? Making sure my surroundings are cleared, no stagnant water anywhere around my house, no tires, no cans, anything that will cause the breeding of mosquitoes around me. I tried as much as I could to avoid it. And I sleep under mosquito net, though it's not always. And I inflate my house in order not to get malaria. I also didn't joke with my drugs, the pregnancy drugs and that of the malaria. The ones they give in the hospital for the prevention of malaria. I think they give it like up to 3 times before delivery. So I don't joke with all of them because I wouldn't want my baby to come out shrink or even tiny, and I wouldn't want anything negative to happen to me or my baby. Also, I tried as much as I could not to miss any of my medical appointments because I know it's for the good and betterment of myself and that of the baby, because those appointments are very important. It helps the doctors to dictate on time if there is any issue. The next thing is having sex. Sex is very important during pregnancy, especially towards delivery, because it helps to prepare your cervix and make it to be flexible for the baby to come out during labor. It's a form of exercise too, so don't miss it and don't assume that it will affect the fetus. It doesn't have any effect on your unborn child. So try as much as you can to do what? To nap. The next thing is talking to the fetus. I talked to them. I tell them how I feel, especially those periods that they will try to do taekwondo with your stomach, trying to push you harder and all that. The last but not the least is avoiding strenuous activities towards the last trimester, which is from 6 months to 9 months. I tried to avoid any strenuous activities, carrying up heavy objects. I tried as much as I could to avoid it because of my waist. I also avoided bending down in my last trimester. Yes, we have come to the end of the video. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and joining the family by subscribing and turning on your notification button so you don't miss out any of the juicy topics from this channel. I wish you a safe delivery and I hope that you drop an emoji in this video so that you come back to say I made it. See you in my next content. Bye.